What if Todo had a domain expansion? Well, we're going to get into that and also a few others thanks to Hinkababin's comment who asked, I've always wondered what Inumaki, Noritoshi Kamo, and Todo's domain expansions would be. Any ideas? And also, full disclosure, when I first read this, I somehow read Hanami instead of Inumaki, so you're going to get a bonus Hanami answer. Let's kick it off with the one you didn't even ask for. And this one's actually a bit different. It's not a what if. We actually know what Hanami's domain expansion would be, for the most part, thanks to an interview with Gege, where the interviewer asked, since we didn't get to see Hanami's domain expansion, did you have an idea of what it was? Gege responded that they hadn't decided. Obviously, the solar beam would be a guaranteed full hit within the domain, but they hadn't fully fleshed out what the domain itself would look like or do. The interviewer then follows up and brings up the moment where Hanami used the flowers to placate Gojo when he was saving Jogo and asked if the domain would have anything in that vein. Gege responded that they did think it would be a pastoral domain expansion like that, but they hadn't decided if it would be a buff or a debuff, just that the solar beam would become a must hit. Now let's get into the what ifs, and again, these are just my opinions, these aren't canon, we're just having fun here, so nobody yell at me in the comments for saying this is wrong. But for Noritoshi Kamo, I think it would be cool if his domain expansion was Blood Ocean, and it was essentially just him and whoever his opponent was standing in like 4 feet of blood, meaning he could fully utilize an infinite supply of blood for all of his techniques that are going to be a guaranteed hit. As I'm sure y'all know, Kamo's biggest weakness is his limited blood supply. You know, he's not half cursed like Choso, which is why Choso is far better at utilizing blood manipulation, so this infinite supply would cover his greatest weakness. Next up, we have Inumaki's domain expansion, Echo Chamber. This would be an anechoic room. And for those of you not familiar, anechoic rooms essentially try to get rid of all sound by dampening it. So for his domain expansion, it would literally get rid of all sound except for his own voice. So not only would Inumaki get to save strain on his vocal cords by whispering, since his is the only sound that can exist here, but each command would bounce off the walls and echo infinitely, compounding the effects of each command exponentially. Last but not least, we have Todo's domain expansion, Thunderous Applause. This domain would be a gladiatorial arena with Todo and whoever he's fighting in the center, and in the stands is an infinite number of Takata-chans who are all clapping and cheering Todo on. Inside this domain, Todo doesn't have to clap to activate his technique. Instead, he can utilize any of the infinite Takata-chan's claps to activate it instead. Additionally, since it's a gladiatorial arena, imagine there's going to be tons of weapons and obstacles around that are prime for swapping with to cause damage. Thanks again for the comment. This was a lot of fun. Domain expansions are really cool, so it really is a shame that we don't get to see some of them for these really cool curse techniques. And if y'all like this, let me know. Maybe I'll do another video going over some more what ifs, but in the comments, please let me know what your domain expansions for these people would be, because I would love to hear.